if this is your first time tuning in with me, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Guys, today I will be talking about South African suspicions. If you are South African, some of these suspicions that I'll be mentioning might sound familiar to you, something that your grandparents or your parents always would say to you. If you are a foreigner, some of these things might surprise you, but a lot of old folk believe these suspicions, and I'm not sure how common it is for younger folk today. Myself, I don't believe in them, but it's really common, and I'm sure a lot of people in my generation and the generations before have heard of these suspicions, probably even generations after, because like I said, there are still people who believe in them. So with that being said, let's get to it. The first one I'll be mentioning on the list today is regarding your left hand. They believed back then if your left hand is itching, like in the palm of your hands, it means that you're gonna come into money. You're gonna get money, right? So it's like the lucky hand. The next one, if you dream of getting married or a wedding, it means death. It means there'll be a death in the family. So I know that might come as a shocker to some people, but honestly, I don't know where they came up on these suspicions, but it was believed that if you dream of a wedding, that it means like the opposite, that there'll be a death. Also to do with dreams, they believed if you dreamt of blood, someone bleeding, or you see blood, it means shame. It means that there'll be something shameful happening either to you or in your family. Wow, guys, some of these things are really deep. I don't know where they get them from, but this is what the older folk believed back then, and it was almost like a religion. They believed it. Beside their religion, these were all things that just went along with it. The next one I'll be mentioning also regarding dreams is if you dreamt. So the next one I'll be mentioning also regarding dreams is teeth, right? They believed if you dreamt of teeth, that something bad was about to happen. So I don't know why they believed that, but they believed that if you dreamt of teeth, it meant almost like bad luck, so to speak, that something bad was going to happen either to you or in your family. This next one makes me think of my grandmother, because as a little kid I always used to do this, and my granny would always say this to me. So I used to love pulling funny faces in the mirror. She had this huge dressing table in her bedroom, and it had a nice huge mirror which I would run to every day, or almost every day when I had free time, and I would like pull like a kid funny faces in the mirror. And she would say to me, did you know that if the train blows its horn or honks or hoots or whatever they call it in your country, your face will stay like that? They literally believed that if you pull funny faces in the mirror and at the time a train blows its horn or honks or hoots, whatever you call it in your country, your face would stay like that. So I always thought like, that's just crazy, and it didn't stop me, but I honestly don't know where they got this from. So yeah, they believed that the train hooting and the mirror, I don't know, was linked somehow, and funny faces type thing. So this one was also a big one for my gran. She also very much, a lot of these things she actually believed and mentioned all the time. And she's passed on for 17 years now already, so it's been a long time. But she believed if a knife falls, right? A knife, it means a man is coming to your house, right? So if a knife falls, whether it's a butt knife or a sharp knife, and if it's a long knife, then she'll say a long man, a tall man is coming to the house, right? If a fork falls, it means a woman is coming, okay? And then if a teaspoon falls, it means a child is coming to the house. I don't know why, but every time when one of those things, kitchen utensils fell, she believed that either a man or a woman or a child is coming to the house. This next one, to be honest, a lot of people still believe today, even younger folk, they believe this very much, that if you spill milk, someone you know is pregnant. Either you or someone in your family or friend circle is expecting. And like I said, it's still very much believed today. This next one It was not a very common one, but they also believe, sorry, this next one was not a very common known one. However, it was always the underlying, of what they suspected and believed, as if you walk over someone's grave, that person will haunt you. So it was like, oh my word, there's a grave, and people would walk right around this grave and that sort of thing. So for us to see people filming movies or people sleeping in graveyards in like movies and that sort of thing, it's like very like, oh my goodness, type thing. It's as if you're disturbing this person's rest type thing. I think that's what they believed, and where the suspicion came from, as opposed to you like walking on the graves, like disturbing this person's rest type thing. I don't know, I'm just suspecting where this came from, but it was definitely shunned upon to be walking through like a graveyard, that sort of thing. So yeah. This next one is also about pregnancies, and this is also still very much believed today, that pregnancies comes in threes, meaning that 3 people get pregnant at the same time. Myself, I have 2 kids, and each time I was pregnant, they always ask like, okay, so who's the other 2? When they find out, oh, you pregnant, I know you, and then they try and find out that like who else is pregnant as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very scary, because each time when I was pregnant, I knew of 2 other people that was pregnant as well. So I'm not saying I believe it, I just think it's a coincidence maybe, but they truly believe that, like I say, even today, I remember when I was still working in my office, I found out I was expecting, but we already knew that the one lady was expecting, and then I found out that my colleague as well, and she literally gave birth like the day after me, and the second time also a friend of mine was expecting. Like, so it's people that so they believe that pregnancies comes in threes. And yeah, so that's quite interesting actually. This next one is quite outrageous. I don't know where they get it from. I think they all are quite outrageous, but like the one with the pregnancy that I just mentioned is kind of coincidental. I can't explain as to why each time I was expecting, I knew of 2 other people. But this one, they believe that when the sun is shining and it starts to rain, that the monkeys or the baboons are getting married. So my granny always used to say it, and die babiane trou nou, or die ape trou nou. So it's like, I don't know where they get this from, because contrary to what most people believe, South Africa is very built up. It's not just a jungle. So I don't know where they get this from, guys. I cannot give answers as to where. I can just tell you what the superstitions were. And so when the sun is out shining and starts to rain, they would always say like, oh, the monkeys are getting married, or the baboons are getting married. So what a weird one. This next one, people still believe today. They would maybe say it in a different language, but they still believe it, that if your ears, if they burn or are itching, it means someone is talking about you. So that is quite interesting. So yeah, if you feel a tingling, itchy feeling, or your ears burning, they'll be like, someone's talking about you. Really interesting. I don't know why. This next one, I think, is just as crazy. I don't know where they get this from. They believe that if a bee, like the creature, the insect, a bee flies into your home before 12 in the afternoon, so basically the morning, if a bee flies into your home in the morning, it means something good is going to happen. It's almost like good luck. So I don't know. So this next one is quite gross. Please don't come for me. I'm just telling you guys what the general suspicion is in South Africa, particularly Cape Town. I cannot speak for the rest of South Africa because I'm from Cape Town, but I think this is the general consensus in South Africa for most cultures. They believe if you step in poop, like dog feces, dog poop, that it's good luck. They believe that something good is about to happen. It's like good luck for you. So, and finally, the last one I'll be mentioning, this is also quite a big one. It's something my granny used to say all the time, and it was so much applicable to me. School holidays, you didn't worry like if your hair is brushed and that sort of thing. As a kid, like 5, 6 years old, that sort of thing. So my gran, not just my grand, they believe that if a child's hair is not brushed or combed, right, they believed that it would make the child more naughty or the child would act out. And when I would be running around playing, so you'd get up, brush your teeth, have your breakfast, do all these things, and you'd just be excited to go and play. You wouldn't worry about like brushing hair and that sort of thing, because you're off, you're on vacation, you're off from school. And my granny would say, when I start being naughty, she would tell my mom it's because my hair has not been brushed. So they believed that if your hair is not brushed, it affects the child's behavior for some weird reason. I don't know where they get this from. But okay guys, so those are the only suspicions that I could think of at this time. If you are South African and you can think of some suspicions that I've forgotten or left out, please leave them in the comments for me. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on the ones that I've mentioned. Maybe it brings back some memories. And like I said, if there's any ones that I'd left out, please put that for me in the comments. I would love to go through it. I always go through the comments, guys. Also, if you are a foreigner and you are shocked by some of these, please let me know which one you think was the weirdest. And also, to my fellow South Africans, don't forget to share this video with a family member or a friend. It will spark some funny memories for them as well, or fond memories. For me, it was fond memories of my grandmother, because it's some of the things that she would say all the time, and it was really fun for me doing this video. And make sure to share this with someone else and make their day as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, why not? You're missing out. You need to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get notified when I do upload new content. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you in the next video.